The World Health Organization recommends exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months of life, followed by continued breastfeeding with appropriate complementary foods for up to 2 years and beyond. From the 1st to the 7th of August every year, the World Breastfeeding Week is officially marked and celebrated. It was started in 1992 to generate public awareness and support for breastfeeding.
Ever since its inception, the week-long celebration has had different annual themes, including healthcare systems, women and work community support, ecology, economy, science, education, and human rights. The theme for this year is Step Up for Breastfeeding, Educate and Support. And this morning we're joined by Dr. Chinny Obinwanne, who's a medical doctor, an international board-certified lactation consultant, and the CEO of the Milk Booster Breastfeeding Company. Thanks for joining us, Dr. Chinny.
Thank you.
All right, breastfeeding is obviously a very important conversation, judging from its week-long celebration. Can you talk to us about the gains for the child and not the mother? And the mother.
Yes, so breastfeeding is very important because it's the vital nutrition for a newborn baby. It provides the antibodies, it provides the antivirals. Once a baby is born from the mother's womb, getting that nutrition seals up the gut, preventing germs, preventing infection from seeping through. So that's why you see like breastfed babies, they have lower cases of being admitted in the hospitals with respiratory sicknesses, diarrhea, all those digestive issues. And also, like, it's not only that when you're giving your child breast milk, that baby is building immunity. It's being transferred from the mother directly to the baby, and the baby is just getting antibodies that are just going to protect the baby from the environment that baby is even coming out to. And this benefit extends as that child is getting older. You would see that the chances of that child having childhood obesity is significantly reduced. And it goes further to even when the child is an adult. Like being an adult, because the mother breastfed that baby, when that child, when he was a baby, you will see that there's a reduced risk of that adult now having diabetes, having high blood pressure, having breast, ovarian cancers. So the benefit is lifelong for every child that gets that nutrition. And then for the mother as well is a lot. The fact that when you're breastfeeding, your body is taking up a lot of energy to manufacture that breast milk. So you're burning calories that otherwise would have just stayed in your body and increased your weight gain. So it's important for mothers to breastfeed as well, because when they're breastfeeding, they're also reducing their own chances of having the same breast cancer, the same ovarian cancer. They're reducing it significantly. And when you breastfeed, they're like these good hormones, the happy hormones. They are released so much that you end up having a better mood overall. You reduce your risk of having depression, you reduce the risk of having anxiety, even though we know that these things are like high during those postpartum time, and it can be stressful, but the benefit far outweigh the other side of it.
All right, you've highlighted so many important benefits for the mother and the child. Let's talk about some of the biggest complaints you hear as regards breastfeeding, and how can these complaints be navigated?
So the one off my list is moms complain about, I don't have enough breast milk, so I just had to give something else. And the truth of the matter is that I work with moms that did not carry the pregnancy. And if adopted moms and surrogate moms are able to produce, I get them to produce breast milk for their babies. So my question is, was it really that a mom that gave birth to her baby could not produce breast milk, or just a case of she did not have the knowledge and the support to be able to do it? So low breast milk is very common, and that's the major reason why many women stop. And the other reason that other women stop is they just feel like it's stressful, their breast is painful, they're going through one stress or the other and they can't cope. And within the system, if in countries like Nigeria, where we don't have a lot of maternity leave, so when mothers are going back to work, is a lot to take on. So many of them stop breastfeeding just because of that. So really, like, all of these issues are things that we can make better so that moms are able to achieve their breastfeeding goals.
All right, I hope that we can, also expand on that, but the theme for this year is Step Up for Breastfeeding, Educate and Support. Share with us what that means to you.
So that exactly is just the solution to all the issues that I feel we have. And it's really educating mothers, not only mothers, educating the whole system. So when the government understands why a mom needs to have maternity leave to be able to breastfeed her baby, when an organization understands that if that mom breastfeeds her baby, then that mother is going to be well focused at work. That mom is not going to be taking time off because her baby is sick. That mom is going to be able to give in her best because she knows her child is doing well and getting the best. When organizations understand that, when the hospital understands that, according to WHO, if a mom for some reason does not have enough milk supply, that the next best option is donor breast milk before you even talk about giving formula. If the medical system is going to approve, like having to advise moms and support them in a way that they can boost their breast milk supply and giving them that, putting priority to have a lot of lactation specialists that can support moms to help them achieve their goals. So if all of these things are in place, moms will do better, and that's why the team is focusing on providing that education from the level up to the level down and providing that support, because would there be challenges? Yes, but overall, if Nigerian babies are optimally breastfed, we won't be having deaths of over 100,000 children every year. Neither are we going to be having 65% of death of premature babies. So it's going to reduce our infant mortality. It will reduce our neonatal mortality. So the importance of it is a lot, that all these different sectors have to understand why babies need to get that full 6 months of exclusive and get to 2 years. And when you understand it, then you provide support that will equip a mom to be able to do it, because she cannot be at home and then be looking for finances and she wouldn't go back to work. But if she has a paid maternity leave, she will be able to sit home and she'll be able to go back to work once that leave is over.
Thank you for mentioning this. I mean, there's so much that we need to do. We have to delve into this conversation much later. But let's talk about donor breast milk, which you mentioned. Through your NGO, you're setting up the first ever breast milk bank in Nigeria. Is this something that's already existing in other countries in Africa? And how receptive will Nigerians be to this?
Yes, we are launching the milk bank. And yes, it's something that is available. Kenya has breast milk bank. A couple of other African countries have. South Africa has breast milk bank. So, looking at the population of Nigeria is way overdue. Like, Nigeria should not have waited till this time. But because of the system, it's not a priority for them, but it is for someone like me that deal with mothers on a day-to-day basis. So I have a lot of moms in my breastfeeding community, and I see mothers that have premature babies now, time and time again, they just come asking for breast milk for their babies. And it hurts my heart when one of those babies end up dying and adding to the neonatal mortality rate. So, and also within my community, I've seen informal sharing. So this is something that maybe the whole government, they're not aware of, but I'm on the ground and I see it day in, day out. I am forced to even ask other moms, oh, there's a mom that needs breast milk. There's a surrogate mom that has triplets and she needs breast milk. And those moms would donate. And when they donate, it goes, but that's an informal sharing. It's not pasteurized milk. It's not gone through the normal process. So yes, the demand is there. The moms that are able to produce breast milk for themselves want to and they're happy to donate. And moms that have premature babies that need breast milk are looking for it and they're happy to take that breast milk. So I already have done a lot of studies within the past 3 years, and this is what I've just found, that all those women that actually need it, which are the most important ones, the premature babies in the neonatal units, they are looking for it and they want it.
All right. Also, let's talk about what roles we have to play in supporting breastfeeding. And of course, that's society, the media, fathers, and also everyone.
Yes, so all of us, to be honest, because you might think it's nothing when you see a breastfeeding mom nursing her baby, even just somewhere in the outdoor because baby is crying. Just a look is enough to make her think up and down, feel judged, feel uncomfortable. We can provide support because already when you're working with a breastfeeding mom, more than likely you know she did not get a full stretch of sleep. You can provide support. You can be a lot more empathetic towards her. Breastfeeding moms need us to hear them out in terms of our spouses. If you're there, don't just be like an absent father, don't just be like an absent spouse. If you cannot breastfeed, you can support with every other thing. You can help her get a glass of water when she's nursing. You can help her make sure she's eating a nutrient-dense milk. We need support from our family members. We need support from our friends. Don't just come with something, come with food. If you're going to help me wash the dishes, come and help me do it. Don't judge me because that's a phase of my life and I'm giving my best to my baby. And because of that, like my baby has the benefit all through their life. So it's only a temporary thing, but we need support from the government as well. We can't just be saying, we want you to do exclusive. It's just mere words if I don't get the support to do it.
Absolutely.
Are you going to pay my bills? Are you going to look after my baby? It's just a lot to mention.
All right, Dr. Chinny Obinwanne, really interesting work that you're doing. Thank you so much for taking our time to speak with Africa, concerning this. And of course, we look forward to speaking with you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.